بر محمد وآل محمد صلوات. فاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I begin in the name of Almighty Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Praise to Almighty Allah, who created the universe with the heavens above and the earth below. Peace and blessings be upon the Holy Prophet, to whom the Holy Quran was revealed, his beloved daughter, Bibi Fatima Zahra, the Lady of Light, and upon the 12 true successors, the first being Imam Ali alayhi salam, and the last being the awaited Imam of our time, Imam Mahdi ajalallahu ta'ala farajahu sharif. الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بالقرآن المجيد. الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية علي أمير المؤمنين. صلوات. Mercy and blessings upon all of you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Tonight, inshallah, for the next 5 to 7 minutes in this English lecture, I would like to bring up two topics with two key messages. The first topic, inshallah, we'll discuss Bibi Zainab's khutbah in Sham, just one very small key point. And the second will be on the importance of Farsh Aza. Can I have a last salawat, please? There are 4 lines of poetry that I would like to recite to summarize the khutbah of Bibi Zainab in Sham. Zainab in the courtyard spoke a speech of excellence. Zainab in the courtyard spoke a speech of excellence, personified through her, Ali, the peak of eloquence. Yazid sat wordless and filled with arrogance. He inherited shame, and justice was Zainab's inheritance. Salawat. When Bibi Zainab was in the courtyard of Sham, and Yazid was sitting there, and he began to speak to her, he began by completely ignoring and belittling the religion of Islam. He started by saying there is no God, there is no Allah, and the book, the Quran, is false. There is no Nabi, there is no Prophet, and whatever has been happening to you is through all of my power. And then ironically, he goes on to quote a verse from the Quran. And the verse from the Quran is, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, قُلِ اللَّهُمَّ مَالِكَ الْمُلْكِ تُؤْتِي الْمُلْكَ مَنْ تَشَاءُ وَتَنْزِعُ الْمُلْكَ مِمَّنْ تَشَاءُ وَتُعِزُّ مَنْ تَشَاءُ وَتُذِلُّ مَنْ تَشَاءُ بِيَدِكَ الْخَيْرُ إِنَّكَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. And the translation of this ayah is, O Allah, Master of the kingdom, you give the kingdom to whomsoever you please, and take away the kingdom from whomsoever you please. And you honor whom you please and humiliate whom you please. In your hand is the good, surely you have power over all things. Yazid tried to mock the religion of Islam, and it seems that he did not have the marifat of the Ahlul Bayt, and it is true from all the actions that he has done. He did not know the person that he was speaking to. Bibi Zainab was the daughter of Haidar Karrar, the sister of Janabi Abbas and Imam Husayn alayhi salam. She was the daughter of Imam Ali, who has the book Nahjul Balagha. Bibi Zainab, in counter to what Yazid had said, recited a verse from the Quran. It was Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, ثُمَّ كَانَ عَاقِبَةَ الَّذِينَ أَسَاءُوا السُّوءَ أَنْ كَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِ اللَّهِ وَكَانُوا بِهَا يَسْتَهْزِئُونَ. Paraphrasing the translation of this ayah, the gist of it is that whoever starts with evil and bad intentions will always end up with evil and bad intentions. And Bibi Zainab says and gave the example of two prophets and the tyrants of that time. Janabi Musa, Prophet Musa, who at the time the tyrant was Fir'aun. If you go to see, on the basis of it, you can see that by physical appearance, Fir'aun was in power. And Fir'aun used to say that I am the true Lord. I give sustenance. I give everyone what they deserve. But truly, Prophet Musa was the one who was in command. He was Musa Kalimullah. And Prophet Musa, if you look on the surface value, you see that Prophet Musa was looked down upon. But in reality, Prophet Musa was the messenger of Allah. And Bibi Zainab continued to give another example of Prophet Ibrahim Khalilullah. Namrud threw Prophet Ibrahim into the fire. And if you look back on the ayah that I recited earlier, on tu'izzu man tasha wa tudhillu man tasha, it goes to see on the surface value of this ayah that Allah gives kingdom to who He wants to give kingdom to. And He gives respect to who He wants to give respect to. And He gives humiliation to whomsoever He wants to give humiliation to. If you look at this, then you can see that Prophet and his family were belittled in Sham in the courtyard. And there's an Urdu poet who has said something very beautiful in summarizing the defeat of Yazid in that courtyard. He said, "Ay Yazid, isse bari haar teri kya hogi? Ay Yazid, isse bari haar teri kya hogi? Wo tera ghar hai jahan bol rahi hai Zainab." Translation of this is, "O Yazid, is there a bigger defeat than this? That this is your house where Bibi Zainab is speaking with such valor and courage." Salawat. Now, on to the second key message, and the second key point for tonight is the importance of Farsh-e-Azaa. The thawab and the rewards and the barakah that you get from sitting here on the Farsh-e-Azaa, listening to Majlis of Imam Husayn, is different to what you would be when you're sitting at home watching the Majlis on TV or on live streaming. There are some ulama, some really great ulama, who have seen Janabi Habib bin Mazahir in their dreams. And in their dreams, just a little fazilat on Janabi Habib bin Mazahir, when you go for ziyarat to Karbala, and inshallah Allah bless us all with the bala for the ziyarat of Imam Husayn alayhi salam, when you go for ziyarat, you see that when you enter, Janabi Habib is buried separately from the rest of the Shuhada Karbala. This is one big status. Second big status is that Janabi Habib was called by Imam to the plains of Karbala. Third is that when you go for the ziyarat of Imam Husayn alayhi salam, you visit Imam Husayn once, but then when you're going, you visit Janabi Habib, because when you enter Imam Husayn's haram, you see that Janabi Habib is in the center, and then behind is Imam Husayn. When you come out again, you visit Janabi Habib bin Mazahir. That means you visit Janabi Habib twice when you go visit Imam Husayn alayhi salam. And until the day of Qiyamah, Janabi Habib alayhi salam will be writing down all the visitors of Imam Husayn down. So if you have the tarab, the wanting to go for the ziyarat of Imam Husayn, recite 2 rakat Hadiya namaz to Janabi Habib alayhi salam, and inshallah you will be called over there. Salawat. Now when the ulama saw Janabi Habib in his dream, they asked Janabi Habib, "Do you have any yearning?" Janabi Habib said that, "Yes, I have one." So the ulama in response were like, "But you're of such high status. You have such a high status in the eyes of Allah and in the heart of Imam Husayn alayhi salam. How can you have such a yearning?" Janabi Habib said, "Yes, I do have one yearning, and that is the yearning of coming and listening to the Majlis of Imam Husayn on Farsh-e-Azaa. If you only knew what the status of Farsh-e-Azaa was, what the status and the barakah and the thawab that you get from sitting on Farsh-e-Azaa and listening to the Majlis of Imam Husayn was, you would be the first one to come and the last one to leave." Bar Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. The first ever Farsh-e-Azaa that was laid down was by Janabi Bibi Zainab alayhi salam. When Bibi Zainab got the news that Yazid has given the caravan of Ali Muhammad Rihai after Bibi Sakina Shahadat. When Bibi Sakina was buried, there was an uproar in the Zindan, in the prison. Bibi Sakina used to sit in the courtyard of the prison in the morning, and she used to see that birds used to fly from east to west. As the day would pass, and evening used to come, and sunset used to come, Bibi Sakina used to see birds coming back from the west, going towards the east. So they were returning from their journey. So Bibi Sakina asked Bibi Zainab and her mother Bibi Rabab, "Oh Auntie Zainab, oh mother Bibi Rabab, where are these birds going back to?" Bibi Zainab replied saying that these birds are going back home. Bibi Sakina then responded by saying, "Oh Auntie Zainab, when will we go home?" Bibi Sakina was a 4-year-old daughter of Imam Husayn alayhi salam, who longed to go home after the events of Ashura. And after the events of Ashura, Bibi Sakina barely got any sleep because she was one who would sleep on the chest of Imam Husayn alayhi salam. And the status of Bibi Sakina is such that who Janabi Ali Asghar was to Imam Husayn alayhi salam, Bibi Sakina was to Bibi Zainab alayhi salam. After Bibi Sakina was buried and Yazid gave the order that they should be released, and the caravan got packing and they were about to leave, when Bibi Zainab was doing a head count, Bibi Rabab, mother of Bibi Sakina, wasn't there. When Bibi Zainab went to find Bibi Rabab, what did she see? She saw Bibi Rabab hanging onto the grave of Bibi Sakina. Bibi Rabab had 2 children, Janabi Ali Asghar and Bibi Sakina. She gave both of them in the name of Imam Husayn alayhi salam. 6-month-old Ali Asghar in the plains of Karbala, and 4-year-old daughter Bibi Sakina in Sham. Just put yourself in that position and think, how did Bibi Rabab leave her daughter Bibi Sakina in the middle of nowhere, especially in the place where the most masaib, most torturous moments for Bibi Sakina was. When Bibi Rabab finally let go of Bibi Sakina, she went to Karbala. She made a promise to Imam Husayn that I will never, ever, ever in my life, whatever life I have remaining, I will never sit in the shade. They went back to Medina. A year passed. One day, it was extreme conditions, extreme weather. Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam told Bibi Rabab, "Oh mother Bibi Rabab, please come inside now. It's been a year, extreme conditions are there, it's really hot today, please come inside now." Bibi Rabab said, "How can I come inside when I promised my Imam that I will not go inside anymore?" Then Bibi Rabab said that, "Oh Beta Sajjad, oh my son Sajjad, is this you asking me as a son or you giving an order as the Imam of our time?" Imam said, "This is my order." Bibi Rabab then turned towards Karbala and said, "Oh Imam Husayn alayhi salam, I have promised you, and now your son Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam is asking me, is ordering me to come inside. What do I do?" At that point, Bibi Rabab fell. Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam came to Bibi Rabab and shook her shoulder. And Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam turned around to Bibi Zainab and said, "Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un." When Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam moved Bibi Rabab's chadar, Bibi Rabab's abaya, he saw there were 2 things. One was Bibi Sakina's earrings that Bibi Rabab used to keep with her all the time in her chadar. Second was burnt pieces of wood of Janabi Ali Asghar's jhula, of Janabi Ali Asghar's cradle. All this time, Bibi Rabab carried these two objects with her in memory of her two children that she gave away in the name of Imam Husayn alayhi salam. ألا لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. May Allah remove His mercy from those who transgress. Soon shall those who deal with others unjustly come to know what an evil turning their lot shall turn. اللهم ارزقنا زيارة الحسين وشفاعة الحسين يوم الورود. اللهم عجل لوليك الفرج والعافية والنصر. ماتم حسين.